Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
It's a known fact today that a lot more people have died and still counting from the second wave of the dreaded coronavirus since the beginning of the year. The big and not too big, even the ordinary man on the street are falling to cold hand of death. No thanks to COVID-19. The reality of the dreaded virus within our space as a nation is even clearer to the doubting Thomas amongst us. This has reinforced the need for us, yes, everyone, to embrace the new normal. Wear your face mask regularly, maintain social distancing, wash your hands frequently in running water, and more importantly, avoid large gathering if possible. To stay safe and healthy requires conscious effort from everyone. To do otherwise is to endanger not just your life, but those others, including your loved ones. Moving on, an unscrupulous importer ran out of luck when officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria stormed his warehouse in Rivers State. As Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, set to increase operational capacity of state offices to ensure more Nigerians benefit from the services of the agency. Welcome to another opportunity to talk product quality and safety on television, an initiative of the Standards Organization of Nigeria on this station at this time every Monday. Greetings from the DGSON, Malam Farouk Salim, management and staff of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Ifenyua Okonkwo is my name, and thank you for joining us.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigeria SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards to improve made in Nigeria products for export. We have developed more standards for products like sesame, cocoa, gari, and more, courtesy of our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turned around time for SUNCAP, MANCAP, and other certification processes. SON has intensified market surveillance, raids, and seizures to reduce substandard products in circulation, and offenders shall be prosecuted. Join SON in ridding our nation of substandard products. If you see something, say something. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
A very good evening to you once again, and we'll begin the program by telling you that officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, led by the Director General Malam Farouk Salim, has impounded 2 containers loaded with substandard tires in One, Rivers State. The report.
When the owner of this warehouse on number 25 Ayama Street of the popular Ikoku Motor Spare Parts Market in Port Harcourt opened for business on Thursday, 14th January 2021, little did he know that he was in for a rude shock. He was also not aware that the goods were being monitored by the SON. Men of the SON trailed the containers from One Port in Rivers State to this warehouse. The tires were confirmed to be used, otherwise known as Tokumbo tire, stuffed into one another, making them dangerous and substandard.
And also it's even worse, they're stopping like 5 tires into 1 tire. So by the time they remove it, the tires are already damaged. So it's bad enough they're used, and then they're already damaged used tires. We have to step up our enforcement and make sure that this thing doesn't happen. And then we have to start cooperating with the Market Association to see what we can do to stop this menace. This cannot work if we don't have good intelligence. So, and the intelligence comes actually from the people who are around here. So it's very important that we have to do both approaches.
The warehouse was sealed The product impounded and already evacuated to the SON office in Enugu State to be destroyed. The Director General used the opportunity to admonish importers of goods to always place public interest above self by importing only goods of acceptable standards. Salim assured genuine importers of the agency's continued support, but insists that those unscrupulous ones who would always want to compromise on standards will be sanctioned and frustrated out of their legal activities.
The only thing I remember as we did drive, na gboah, gboah, gboah. The next time I opened my eyes, I see myself for hospital. Report say, na expired tire put me for this condition.
Hey, yeah. Tire na chemical o. Abeg, make you dey check your tire DOT number to sabi when e go expire. Passenger wey love him life must sabi the tire DOT number o. New tire sef na only 4 years e get to expire, whether you use am or not. To sabi the date when e go expire, just add 4 years to the last digit of the DOT. Expire tire or tokumbo tire fit cause road accident. Beware.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, improving life through standards.
Welcome back. The past week was indeed a very busy one for the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim. The DG was on a working visit to the state offices of the agency in Anambra, Imo and Rivers states, southeast and south-south of the nation. Standard & was part of the DG's entourage.
He only assumed office as Director General of the SON about 3 months ago. He has demonstrated rare qualities that stands him out as a committed and meticulous leader with penchant for staff welfare and excellence. Within this short period in office, Malam Farouk Salim has practically visited the agency's office in Kano, Enugu, Lagos, Adamawa, the ultra-modern laboratory in Ogba, Lagos, and most recently, Rivers, Imo, and Anambra states. Imo State's office was the DG's first port of call, where he was received by members of staff led by their coordinator, Rose Madaki. The SOM boss told staff that he was delighted to be with them physically to encourage them to remain focused in the discharge of their duties. While soliciting the support of staff, the DG reminded them of the enormous task the SON is saddled with, adding that they must rise to the challenge to protect Nigerians from substandard products and, more importantly, facilitate the growth of local industries.
There is no reason why, as an organization, you'll be handicapped by what you need. The issue of food testing labs is everywhere in the country. It looks like all the testing labs are only in Lagos. The same people in Kano too, when they want to test bread, they have to send it to Lagos. We are going to address those issues, money permitting, time permitting. We should aim initially for zonal labs, where in every zone there should be a small lab there. We will work on it and see how we can solve those problems. I don't expect people to achieve anything without being given the tools to work. Customer service is the #1 issue in this place. We are the customers to ourselves, and the customers outside are our #1 customers. We treat each other very well here, and then we treat people very well outside. It's part of our respect, it's the standard, it's what is expected of any decent organization. And we're not just a decent organization, we are the #1 organization in this country. We set the standards. If we set the standards, then we should be behaving like that, and we should be respecting people, and people should respect us when we give them respect. So we're going to work on that. There is no problem. Please work harder and minimize your prayers, please. Because if you work hard, God will provide everything that you need. If He doesn't provide, it's because He doesn't want to give it to you. Just keep trying. But I don't like this issue of leaving everything to chance all the time.
SON State Head, Engineer Rose Madaki, who thanked the SON boss for the visit, assured the DG of their support to take the agency to greater heights.
Staff needs training. They've identified some few areas they need to training for, and I remember I wrote sometimes last year that if they are selecting members or staff for training, they should remember the office here.
At the agency's Port Harcourt office in Rivers State, the DG and his team were received by the South-South Coordinator, Babaji Saleh, Rivers Bayelsa State Coordinator, Engineer Samuel Ayuba, and staff of the SON. The meeting between the SON boss and staff was interactive, one which afforded the workers the opportunity to present their operational challenges to the Director General and also pledged their support for the new vision of the SON.
We have made up our mind in this office in Rivers State to support your activity, to support you, and make sure you succeed. One thing I preach everywhere I go is that my staff must be loyal to the leadership of the organization. Issues of rancor here and there, we never had it since I came. We work as a family, we work as brothers, we work as sisters. Maybe that could have been the reason why we are able to achieve that feat, which I'm sure right now in the entire country, our office is the leading office in terms of service. Many thought it will not happen, but I now knew that if we are one, there is nothing we want to achieve that we cannot achieve. So please, sir, we assure you of our loyalty and our support in your regime. Then to conclude, I know that our regional coordinator may have one or two things also to say, but I want to say that in Rivers, we have Rivers and Bayelsa. Bayelsa, we have not been able to meet the demand of covering Bayelsa State office because of the funding. Our allocation is seriously, our allocation takes us 1 month.
An obviously impressed Director General, who expressed satisfaction at the dedication of staff to duty, affirmed the commitment of management to create better work environment, increased training program for staff at all levels, and improved general staff welfare to boost operational efficiency.
From what I see, most of my experienced staff will be retiring in 3 to 4 years' time. These are people who were trained from the beginning by international organizations. They were certified, but unfortunately, now every time something comes up, it's the same people who are planning it. I don't see a reason why we have young engineers in their 20s and 30s, whilst a director in his 50s will continue going for training. It does not make sense. But we will not do these things by fear. We'll organize and put a policy as to who and who will do training and when they can do training. This is something human resources in other parastatals have. We'll just have to upgrade our human resources and the ability to sort these things out. Because if there is a policy, it is easy to follow it. But if you leave every time, every policy, depending on the goodness of the person in charge, even if you have a heart to do something good, there's a very high likelihood you will forget about it, or you'll miss it, or you will not want to do it. So this is part of making our organization professional. Part of the things I learned from the committee is that we have a very intelligent group of people. I mean, during this introduction, I'm introduced all mostly engineers and professionals in food and all that. We don't have people who are not smart here. What we really need is the ability to unchain them, give them ability to use their brain, get better, improve. We need people who want to improve. We are not discouraging people to stay in one position. From the drivers all the way to the directors, everybody must have a plan to improve themselves, to keep improving. Anybody who wants to stagnate is not good for the organization. So we have to find ways to use your abilities to minimize the cancer we have now in the organization, which is the same as we have in the country. where everybody is just looking at what they can get now, not what you can build and then you can get something in the process. But it's something that we cannot change in one day. We have to make sure that our people are oriented properly from the beginning. The issue of employing somebody today and tomorrow is working on a port is not going to happen on my organization. I will not let that. And I promise you, I can tell you this, anybody who was employed in the last employment and they're in those areas, I promise you they are coming back. People should be able to train in states where you are able to know what you are looking for, you know what to go with factories to check, you know what is a standard. It doesn't matter if you study Hausa as in university, as long as you are working for a standard organization. When you follow the process, by the time you get to the level of chief, you'll be as good as any engineer because you understand the system, you understand the standards. It just takes an intelligent person to know that.
Salim said it's in line with this objective that the agency embarked on organizational restructuring for increased productivity and greater efficiency. The DG, accompanied by some top officials of the SON, inspected facilities at the Rivers office before heading for Oka, the Anambra state capital, where he was received by Director, Inspectorate and Compliance, Engineer Obiora Manafa, and the State Coordinator, Engineer Omoni Olaleko, as well as other staff of Anambra office of the SON. Malam Farouk Salim told staff that plans are on to boost operational facilities of the state offices to enable them function effectively and independently.
So far, I've gone to about 5 or 6 states, and 5 or 6 governors promised me accommodation, land, and buildings to start with. Kano, Lafia, Ebonyi, so many other states I can't remember offhand, but they promised us they're going to give us land, they're going to give us buildings. The most important thing is I want you to know that not only your welfare is important to me, but where you work is very, very important to me. I want you to come to work, to look forward to coming to work, have enough space to do your job, have ventilation so that you can think properly, have proper computers to do your jobs when you need them. We have proper IT systems to be done like a proper organization. All these things takes time, money, and patience. All I need is once in a while, if we miss something, people should remind us. We are all lucky we have our WhatsApp platforms, we have our email addresses. Anybody who doesn't have a SON email address, please talk to your state coordinator. Let him liaise with PRS to get you one, because it's very important so that you can email me, I can email you back, I can send general information to everybody, and we'll be more up to date. There won't be any mysteries in SON anymore. We'll just make sure everybody is informed and aware of what we are doing.
Human Resources, Legal and ICT departments, he disclosed, will be created in the state offices to address certain operational issues without recourse to headquarters. He charged state coordinators to work with market associations to achieve better results. Such collaboration, the DG said, will reduce friction between staff and the business community and help achieve the target of a sanitized market. According to him, the SON was established essentially to protect local industries.
I appeal to you to try your best to do the best job you can do, to present your organization and the country in a professional manner. I just want to remind us the purpose of this job we have is primarily to protect our people, our children, our families from harm. It's very important also to know that our other responsibility is to protect our local industries, to make sure those people who employ people, pay taxes in the community, are protected from illegal, cheap, imported items that destroys our industries, destroy our people. In addition to all that, we need to remind ourselves that what we are doing here is not only professional, but is nation building. Without proper industries in this country, our children will not have places to work.
Anambra State Coordinator of SON, Olalikon Omoni, expressed satisfaction at the DG's visit, which he described as a moral booster. He said Anambra office has achieved so much and will continue to strive for excellence in line with the vision of the SON boss aimed at repositioning the agency.
We thank our dear DG and member of SON present here, and all members of the DG entourage and every guest there present. We thank you for this visit, as we say, Naalu Negolangus. To Anambra State Officer, I say prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, and inspired as we bring into a new dawn in the year 2021.
The DG and his team visited the temporary and permanent sites of the Anambra office, where he was told by the state coordinator that some unknown person encroached on the agency's land.
It was indeed a busy week for our amiable Director General. Well done, sir. Time now to treat your messages. Alimoto Sifo is our guide.
Welcome to the feedback segment of the program. My name is Halimot Osifo. Every now and then, we hear of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON. We know it's the highest standardization body in Nigeria, which regulates the quality and safety of products made in Nigeria and imported into the country. But do we know the mandates of this organization? It all begins with standards development. These technical standards serve as benchmark for quality of various products. Under the Product Certification Scheme, we have the Mandatory Conformity Assessment Program, MANCAP, and the Standards Organization of Nigeria Conformity Assessment Program, SONCAP, which verifies that products manufactured in Nigeria and to be imported into the country conform with standards respectively. Through market surveillance, we collect samples of various products and take them to the laboratories for testing to ascertain the quality and safety of products. Enforcement is what we do when a product fails to conform with standards, and this can be done through a raid leading to closure of warehouse, seizure or destruction of substandard products. We also have consumer feedback and collaboration units to address complaints on product quality and safety. Public sensitization and awareness programs to educate you on quality and safety of various products. Remember, our program Standard and You is promoting this cause. For more information on SON services, check www.son.gov.ng. Now over to some of the messages we received last week. Ada from Abuja says, I want to go into exporting of charcoal. How do I go about it? Thank you, Ada. SON supports the growth of local manufacturers, so we'll definitely support you and encourage you in exporting your products outside the country. Please visit SON FCC office at 14 Kitwe Street beside Waterboard, Zone 4, Wuse, Abuja, on guidance on the appropriate standards. Mohammed Lawal says, hello, we like your program on NTA. Thanks and keep it up. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to serve you better. Stanley says, I wish to work with the SON to see that necessary information on the basis of fake products and on standardized goods reaches you. Thank you, Stanley, for your kind gesture. You can be a quality vanguard by reporting cases of fake and substandard products to any of SON's offices near you. Anonymous message says, I watched your program on adulterated engine oil and lubricants. Nice one. Thank you so much. And keep watching. Emmanuel says, I saw SON arresting some people, but most people are not educated on doing the right thing. You need to show them the way to do things right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Public sensitization program is an ongoing process we engage in at the Standards Organization of Nigeria, and we will continue to do that. However, there are some greedy importers and manufacturers who simply want to shortchange Nigerians. Silvanus from Imo says, I have heard the information you provided on engine oil. I don't buy my oil anywhere. I only buy trusted brand in reputable outlets. Very good. and keep it up. Frankly, F4B says, I love the show. Please keep it up. Thank you so much. We hope to serve you better. And that's a wrap on the feedback segment of the program. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and location to the number 07059724455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can catch up with missed episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Stay safe.
Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON.